Here is another illustration of how your body begins to accumulate toxicity and ends up becoming ill in one way or another. If this is a barrel, in case you can't decipher my drawing, this is a barrel that represents the capacity of your body. And in this barrel, we have a nice wide mouth. We can take things in by eating, by drinking, by breathing, by absorbing through the skin, by injection, like a mosquito bite or whatever. And so we have a lot of ways in. This little hole down here is our drain hole. This is how we get things out. So we can urinate, we can defecate, we can sweat, and women menstruate, which gives us a little bit of added ability to naturally detoxify. But I want you to see that the amount of things that we have going in are far more abundant than our ability to get out. So we have chemicals in the products that we use every day. Shampoos, lotions, those kinds of things, personal care products. We have pesticides that keep us, from having a buggy life. Especially where I'm from in Atlanta, we're very buggy here. And pesticides are in very common use on lawns, in homes, in schools, in the grocery store, restaurants, all kinds of places. We're exposed to a lot. Even fogging for mosquitoes in the summertime. It's very common to be exposed to pesticides. We have antibiotics that we can take ourselves if we get sick, and I'm not against antibiotics when they're appropriate, but we also have a lot of antibiotics that we get indirectly through our food supply. You may not think about it, but antibiotics are commonly given to, animals that are grown for food because they want to prevent them from getting sick. But we end up getting that residue in the tissue. Then coming over here, we have pollution. That's what we sort of are more aware of. We have a code orange, air pollution in the summertime. Yeah, I'm probably breathing in some things. We also have stress, which is not a toxin per se, but when you're going through a stress response, it causes changes in the body that make you less able to deal with the other things. You can feel it. If you go through a time where stress is constant, you can definitely feel it pulling you down. We have bad food. So bad food would be processed food, fast food. I'll give you a little illustration here. This came out a few years ago, how many ingredients are in a McDonald's French fry. And I'm not picking on McDonald's, all fast food does this. But in the UK, the United Kingdom, there are only 3 ingredients to McDonald's French fry: potatoes, oil, and salt. Okay, that's pretty simple. In the US, 19 ingredients in the McDonald's French fry, same corporation. 19 ingredients in the US, and the rest of them are chemicals to keep the oil from foaming, chemicals to make the potato look better, color better, chemicals to make a cheaper food be able to taste a little bit better. That's a huge industry, but we don't often realize just how much we're being exposed to. We could have, like in my case, my first job was McDonald's when I was 16 years old in 1970, whatever that would have been, 1971. And we cut up potatoes and made the French fries. So over time, you may think you're eating the same French fry you ate all those years ago, but it's not the same thing. So anyway, we have no shortage of bad food. Then we have mold. Now, mold is a common toxin in humid areas. Water damage to a building can cause mold, but mold is in a lot of our food as well. Whenever you see a grain silo and those grains are stored for a period of time, mold very easily can grow in that. And then we have other kinds of infection. So You may have gotten infections at different times of your life, and sometimes we clear them 100% out. Sometimes we clear them 95% out, but little seeds are there. And when we get dragged down, they can bloom out, and we can kind of bloom into a sickness, even from our own body. So when you think about the numbers of things that are going in, and we're filling this barrel up, we're trying to get out with our urine, our bowel movements, our sweat. We're trying to get this out. But over the years, we have so much more coming in than we're able to get out. We fill up this barrel, and then we overflow into disease. So I use as many illustrations as possible to talk about how we get sick, because something is going to make a light bulb go off. Some of this we have no control over. Many of these things we have zero control over. But many of these things we can control. And you may think, it really doesn't matter if I control this little bit. It does. It all adds up. So the more you can be aware of the types of things that can accumulate in your body and cause trouble, the better you can take steps to eliminate them.